It's 5:30 and this is WKYT This Morning. Investigators are trying to piece together what led to a deadly train crash in New Jersey. The latest on the investigation coming up.
Also on WKYT, world leaders are in Israel this morning saying goodbye to that country's former president. How they're honoring Shimon Peres ahead this morning.
And some rebels were up late in Lexington to celebrate Force Friday. That story plus your Kentucky forecast all coming up on WKYT This Morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome in. So good to have you along here on this Friday, the last day of September. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Andrea Walker. Can you believe October starts tomorrow?
It's unbelievable. And lots of things going on. You know, we've talked about some of them at Scarefest. We got word that Toothless the Dragon, I think, is
oh, well,
going to be down here today. There you go, Micah.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to really top, okay? But the weather, I'll tell you this, we're looking outside and holding on to a few showers here and there. We're looking northbound, seeing a couple of showers and also a few sprinkles. Temperatures there in the 40s and 50s. So it's actually mainly dry this morning. Kids going off to the bus stop. There's a slight chance of rain for both 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. But like I was talking about, it's just more about the chill in the air than the rain chances. Now, as we travel throughout your day, we'll still have the chance there. I'll show you Friday night football. We'll talk all about that. Also, some big events coming up this weekend. We have Scarefest, like they were talking about. That's going to be downtown Lexington. And it's indoors, so that might be one you'll want to go to. But what about outdoor events? I'll have that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, lots happening. Thank you. Let's get to the news this morning. Thousands of people traveling in and out of Hoboken, New Jersey by train will have to find another way to get to work this morning.
Federal investigators are starting to take a closer look at the deadly train accident in the city. Michelle Chamberlain is at the alert desk with the very latest details. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning. And that terminal building is still closed in Hoboken this morning. Federal investigators are working to recover the recorders from the train. Now, as you can see, part of the roof of the train station collapsed onto the first car. The train slammed through a barrier and into the platform. Witnesses say it was traveling at a high speed.
The canopy of the building is on top of the controlling car. Additionally, because of the age of the building, there is the possibility of asbestos.
Now, passengers said at the time of the accident, the lights went off and the people began screaming. A 34-year-old wife and mother standing on the platform was killed by the debris. Now, the engineer was injured but released from the hospital. He had close to 20 years of experience. He is being questioned by investigators. And officials are also looking into whether or not an automatic braking system would have prevented the crash. Bill, Andrea.
Okay, thank you very much, Michelle. And in some international news that we're watching this morning, world leaders are saying goodbye to former Israeli President Shimon Peres.
President Obama and former President Bill Clinton attended this morning's funeral in Jerusalem. Terry Okita reports on the largest state gathering in Israel in more than 20 years.
Thousands of statesmen and dignitaries honored the life and work of former Israeli President Shimon Peres, who died Wednesday at age 93. It was a state funeral fitting for a man hailed as a champion of peace.
Shimon lived a life of purpose. He soared to incredible heights.
President Obama came to Jerusalem with a large U.S. delegation that included former President Bill Clinton. Clinton helped Peres and former Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin broker a peace deal with Palestinians in 1993. Both sides won a Nobel Peace Prize the following year.
He lived 93 years in a state of constant wonder.
Current Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas said, despite a breakdown in peace efforts, he attended the funeral to honor Peres' longtime commitment to the cause.
And with all our neighbors.
Peres held nearly every senior political office in Israel, including president and prime minister. In 2012, Mr. Obama awarded Peres the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Shimon Peres' final resting place is at a Jerusalem cemetery. Terry Okita, CBS News, London.
Shimon will be buried close to former Prime Minister Rabin and other Israeli dignitaries. About 50,000 Israelis paid their respects to Perez yesterday, passing by his flag-draped coffin at the country's parliament.
Other news this morning, Richmond police are looking for a man who they say stole items from unlocked cars outside a business. And they're hoping that surveillance video will help catch the thief. The owner of the Paddy Wagon Irish pub in downtown Richmond says they've had a few car break-ins there. They installed a new security system. The new cameras caught this man checking cars to see if any were unlocked. After several attempts, he finally found an unlocked car.
I was here that night and came back to my car, and a bunch of stuff was missing: my iPad, the case, all my cords, about $20 worth of change.
So far, Richmond police have not made any arrests, and they say some recent thefts from cars outside the Olive Garden restaurant in the Richmond Center could also be connected. Lexington police are looking for a woman who they say has been passing counterfeit money. They say the woman who's seen in these surveillance pictures used fake $5, $10, and $20 bills at Meijer and Walmart stores around Lexington. Police say she later returned the merchandise she bought with the fake money to exchange it for real cash.
State leaders say they plan to keep a close eye on a Lexington daycare following an investigation. Some disturbing stuff here. The Cabinet for Health and Family Services claims the investigation found multiple violations at New Creation Child Care on Industry Road. Investigators claim 2 men played a game with children at the daycare. It was called Smack for a Snack, where the only way the children could get yogurt would be to let the men hit them with a stick. Police later cited daycare employee Jamar Hall with assault, and we've learned he has lost his job. Investigators also claim the daycare's front window was shattered after one child knocked another into the window. The daycare did not want to comment.
A man accused of killing a Richmond police officer will be heading to court today. Raleigh Sizemore is charged with murder. Last November, police say he shot Officer Daniel Ellis during an ambush at a Richmond home. His trial starts next year. Sizemore will be in court for a status hearing this morning. Gregory Ratliff is accused of leading Officer Ellis into the deadly ambush. Attorneys don't know if he will be tried along with Sizemore, but he also will be in court today. Danville police are asking for help in finding a missing woman. They say that Desiree Sparks disappeared Tuesday. They say between 3 and 4 in the afternoon she was seen leaving the area of Citation Drive in Danville. Police think Sparks was with a man who was possibly driving a dark-colored SUV.
A man accused of abandoning dozens of horses at a Mercer County farm is changing his plea. Charles Burrell entered an Alford plea to 9 counts of animal cruelty. Now, the plea means he doesn't admit to the crime but acknowledges that there is enough evidence to convict him. As part of his plea deal, Burrell will serve 2 years probation. During that time, he will not be allowed to have any animals in Kentucky. Burrell's daughter, horse trainer Maria Burrell, also faces animal cruelty charges.
A state audit claims there were problems with how the Kentucky Department of Criminal Justice Training spent the money and hired people at the facility. The Secretary of Kentucky's Justice Cabinet requested the audit. It covers the last 10 years of operations at the department. In the audit, investigators say they found evidence of excessive and unnecessary spending for items like engraved mint julep cups. The state auditor says the Executive Branch Ethics Commission will now decide if the investigation needs to continue.
Well, the word is out. Fayette County schools need improvement. That's according to the Kentucky Department of Education's annual district and state scores. The district's overall score dropped nearly 2 points compared to last year. Superintendent Manny Koch released a statement on the scores. He said the scores showed the district's previous plans did not work, but he says the district has a new plan and he's confident schools will see improvement. The United Way says it's also been sending volunteers to schools to help students.
Well, good things come to those who wait. That's an old saying, right? And if hundreds of Cat fans, they've been waiting patiently for Big Blue Madness tickets.
And the good news here is they won't have to wait much longer. Those tickets are coming out tonight. WKYT's Mike Byer is live at Memorial Coliseum ahead of that big moment. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Andrea. That's right. The wait is almost over. I spoke with a family who has been out here since last Friday. Now, they say besides battling the poor weather and getting in position on Wednesday when the official campout began, because we all know the madness that came with that. They say it'll all be worth it once they get their hands on the coveted Big Blue Madness tickets. Now, the tickets will be released tonight at 10 o'clock, which is very exciting. But last night, fans got a treat that some say is the most exciting part of the entire camping event. Several UK players mingled with the fans, signing autographs and even handing out free pizza. Some of those players included Isaiah Briscoe, Isaac Humphries, and Ty Wynyard. What really made the night for these fans was when Coach Cal showed up. He told the crowd that Big Blue Nation is a unique group of people, and then he thanked the fans for enduring the rainy weather during the campout. Now, the tickets, which are free, can be picked up at either of the Memorial Coliseum ticket windows or online from Ticketmaster. As for Big Blue Madness, it takes place on October 14th and will air live on the SEC network beginning at 7 p.m. Now, with the event comes many good stories. I spoke to a man earlier this week who's been coming with his father for the last 29 years. His father recently had a brain surgery, but despite the operation, the man says his father will join him later today and that the two will be able to enjoy their 30th Big Blue Madness together, which takes place in mid-October. So it appears this event has the power of healing, Bill and Andrea. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Well, it's quite a tradition for a lot of folks, you know?
Nothing can stop those guys.
Right. And it will be here before you know it, actual madness. In some lighter news this morning, Star Wars fans are counting down the days until the spinoff Rogue One hits theaters.
But they got a taste of the new film at a special midnight release at Toys R Us. The toys based on Rogue One, a Star Wars story, hit shelves at the store on Nicholasville Road here in Lexington. Rebels at the midnight release also got the chance to get a poster and a t-shirt. One young fan we talked to says he enjoys Force Friday. He tells us he is hooked on Star Wars.
Because my dad, he loves Star Wars. He had it when he was a kid and he showed it to us, and we're just hooked.
All Toys R Us stores across the country held midnight releases for the new toys. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, hits theaters on December 16th. That just goes to show this movie, this series just really has withheld the test of time.
It has.
People still love it. You know, generations of people love it.
It was 1977, I think, when the first one came out. Yeah, that's enduring. All right, time to check live drive traffic this morning and see what's going on if you're heading out on this Friday. Here's a look at the current travel times throughout the region. And as you see there, the current map indicates no problems anywhere. You're good to go.
There you go. Lexington Fayette Urban County Government live drive cam. Let's take a look at that now. You're looking at Limestone and Maxwell. The roads are nice and clear this morning. A few early birds out there, but for the most part, you're good to go.
Nobody much
good
up
to
yet.
go. But we are.
Yeah, maybe you're just up this morning getting ready, and we're glad you're with us here getting ready with WKYT this morning. We're live with all the latest and coming right back.
Well, having twins is fairly common these days, but what's not so common is having twins at the age of 60. That story coming up after Micah's forecast.
Yeah, we're looking at the rain chances outside early this morning. Listen, we're not going to see a lot of rain today. They're still there, but there's not a lot of it. What about off toward Friday night football or even these events toward the weekend? We're going to go over that coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Andrea was talking about it this morning. It's a little cool outside once again. We're in the upper 40s, lower 50s for most. Some there in the mid 50s if you're looking northbound. Look at Somerset, our cool spot. Well, one of our cool spots, that is. Coming in at 48 degrees. That goes for the Burnside area. And work your way back towards, say, Russell Springs. Up toward Liberty and Casey County. Work your way as you're heading up toward that 127 corridor. And that'll take you all the way through Boyle, Mercer, Anderson, Franklin County. Owen County, things are looking pretty good this morning. Watch out for a little fog issue in some spots, though. That's one thing we're going to be watching for this morning. Now, we do have still a few showers left over. There were some showers overnight, so watch out for some of these roadways being pretty wet. But Falmouth really getting into the mix right now, and that's a pretty nice downpour right there. But it's not going to last too long. It'll last 10 to 15 minutes and move on past. Next in line is going to be the Pioneer community as you work your way just across that 75 corridor. And then head southbound, there's really not much going on. This particular model has been picking up on this pretty well. So let's take you into the afternoon. Here's 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Here's what you can expect. Only a slight chance of rain during that time. For that time, that's Friday night football. For that time, I believe most stay dry. Can't rule out a stray shower here and there. But look at those temperatures. We're talking mid to upper 50s. It's going to be pretty chilly once that sun sets, so the light coat will be needed before you take off to these football games later on this evening. Overnight and into tomorrow morning, we have some big neighborhood yard sales all across the area. I've been seeing them signs out and about here in Lexington. I would say tomorrow morning is not a good chance of rain. Even tomorrow afternoon is not a great chance, but still, I would say you can have it out there on the driveway. But let me tell you this, just in case, you might want to have some tarp ready or some blankets or something to put over everything, just in case you get a passing stray shower, because it still says there's a chance. Some of these weather models are still saying that, but nonetheless, most of us stay dry. Head off through your day on Saturday. We'll get bits and pieces of showers here, but obviously there's not much going on. So we're giving it a 40% chance of rain there on Saturday. So there is that chance there at 66 degrees. Off towards your Sunday, we're at 69 degrees. Friday through your weekend, you got the Sorghum Festival there in Springfield. So I would say today through your weekend, today there's a chance of rain, but it's not a good chance. Saturday, still the same story. I'd say today and Saturday on 40%. But on Sunday for you guys, we're sitting at 69 degrees. Don't forget, we got the Apple Festival too, Paintsville over in Johnson County, Friday and Saturday. Again, don't look for a lot of good chances of rain there for today and tomorrow. They're more of the smaller opportunities. But Sunday off into next week, guys, it looks like we're going to be really, really nice sitting there in the 70s. That'll actually be average, and also plenty of sunshine, too. So the chances of rain are really today and tomorrow. After that, we don't see a chance of rain for quite some time.
There you go. Those temperatures are much less shocking than what we've been dealing with. It's been so cold.
They'll feel really nice next week. Not so much this morning. It's a little chilly.
No complaint weather after we get there. But,
right.
Although there'll be some who'll find something.
Well, don't we always?
Right. 5:49 our time on WKYT, rolling towards 6 on your Friday morning. Giving birth to twins is challenging, but an Indiana woman did it at the age of 60.
There you go. Claudette Cook gave birth to two healthy boys, Isaac and Isaiah. Her doctor told her 9 years ago she would never have kids because of her age. The fraternal twins were delivered 1 month early by C-section. They both weigh 5 pounds but are perfectly healthy. And it'll be a couple of weeks before the family can go home together. So that is pretty amazing.
And they have some challenges ahead, you know,
Right.
doing this at an older age. And
two of them.
Right.
Double trouble there.
So lots going on.
But congratulations to them. That's wonderful.
That high school graduation when they're 78.
Golly.
All right. 5:49 our
You don't
time.
think about it till you put it like that. All right.
5:49 on WKYT this morning.
Coming up, you'll get a look at the stories making news at this hour.
Going to check traffic again. We'll see how things are moving along. And we have some health news and a lot more. And it sure is good to have you with us here on WKYT. Hey, good morning. Welcome back in. WKYT this morning, live from Lexington at 5:53, and it is your Friday.
It is, and we are still working hard on this Friday. Let's take a look at some of the stories we're working on for you this morning.
A Kentucky State Trooper will be laid to rest this morning in Pulaski County. Investigators say Trooper Mason Flynn died Monday when he fell while helping out a friend put a roof on a barn. He was off duty at the time. Trooper Flynn's funeral is scheduled for 11 o'clock this morning. It will be at the Center for Rural Development in Somerset.
A man accused of killing a Richmond police officer will head to court today. Raleigh Sizemore is charged with murder. Last November, police say he shot Officer Daniel Ellis during an ambush at a Richmond home. His trial starts next year. Sizemore will be in court for a status hearing this morning. And topping your international headlines this morning, world leaders are in Jerusalem today to bid a final farewell to former Israeli President Shimon Peres.
Thousands of mourners gathered at the country's parliament yesterday to pay their respects to the late leader. The 93-year-old died Wednesday, 2 weeks after suffering a major stroke.
Federal investigators are trying to figure out what led to the deadly train accident in New Jersey. The packed commuter train plowed into a platform in Hoboken at the height of rush hour, killing one person and injuring more than 100 others. The train's engineer, Thomas Gallagher, has been released from the hospital and is cooperating with investigators. In other news, health officials are urging everyone to get their flu shot this year. That tops your morning health headlines.
CDC Director Dr. Tom Frieden got his flu shot as health officials urged everyone 6 months and older to get vaccinated. New estimates show last year about 45% of people in the U.S. got their flu vaccine. There was a drop in Americans 65 and older. getting vaccinated, which officials say is concerning because that group is among those at risk for flu complications. About 1 in 8 working age adults in the United States have a disability, according to a new CDC report. But fewer than half of those 22 million people with disabilities are either working or looking for work. Among working age adults who are in the labor force, those with a disability are twice as likely to be unemployed compared to those without disabilities.
Let's get a check right now on today's traffic trouble spots with live drive traffic.
See what's going on out there. Here are the current travel times into Lexington, as you see, from Nicholasville or Versailles or Paris or Winchester, Richmond, Georgetown, all a normal ride in. We have no delays that we see at the moment. And here's a good reason why as we take a look.
Here's the Lexington Fayette Urban County Government live drive cam. As you can see, there's not too many people on the road, so that makes sense, doesn't it? We are looking at Tate's Creek and Alumni, and as we said, things are still pretty slow, but they will pick up on this Friday.
We always know this right here as we're going into the 6 o'clock hour. This is sort of the last look at quiet roads, because the folks are about to get up and get out there. All right, let's check in with Micah, see what we anticipate as we head into the weekend.
Yeah, even though we don't have really rain out there, I mean, I know we have a couple of showers northbound, literally a couple, 1 or 2, and that's moving off toward the northeast. Or northwest rather, and that's about it. There's really nothing going on. However, we did have some rain overnight. This bulk of the rain that just moved through Louisville actually came through our region, so watch out for some wet roadways as you're heading out and about. Temperatures are there in the 40s and 50s. Not a bad start to the day, but it is on the cool side of things, just like the past few mornings, and we'll do it all over again tomorrow morning too. So slight chance this morning and smaller chances as we head through your day with a couple of showers here and there. Temperatures in the mid-60s. If you're about to take off, have a great day. Heads up once again for a little fog early this morning. Other than that, we're looking good. We'll see you back here in just a couple of minutes.